Listen, the way it's compensated, so we good.
The way it's compensated.
Yeah, the way it's compensated, so
right.
we ain't worried about it.
Listen, we are live too, so don't think
I definitely was about to say something, but I'm
right.
That's crazy. Nah, just don't say it at all. Just let me be great.
Okay.
Right.
Let me be great.
Is that what your name is at today?
It was that the last time we was on.
Oh yeah, Maya ended up changing it.
Yeah,
So we're bringing that. So we're bringing that into 2021. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
After the picture, you're right. She changed it over. After the, I don't have my glasses with me, but.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, I love it.
Right.
I love it.
Welcome, people of God. How are you all doing?
Good
Everybody.
evening. Good evening, guys.
Welcome to Fr3sh Friday.
We in here.
Yeah.
The Lord is good. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2021, are we gonna have that jingle?
Yo, who started singing it? Just like
that's Anton's thing.
He's like Fr3sh Friday. It was like nobody's joining me. Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Y'all come on in and join us. Everybody, please share if you can. You see all of us, our heads are down because we're sharing right now.
Yeah, we're trying to share.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So sorry, guys.
Kevin,
Hold, please.
Kevin, can you see?
Don't. I already know what you're about to say.
I'm asking you, can you see the comments today? That's all.
I know. That's what I was going to. Yes, I can. I knew you were going to ask that. I knew. Yes, I did. Pastor Nick,
We've been doing this for almost a year, though, Kevin.
Right.
Yeah, just let me be great part two.
You shouldn't have said nothing.
No. Your name's already Kevin. You can't use my phrase, okay?
You should change your name to that. Let me just
Right, it should be part two.
No.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna put it like this.
Oh,
You gonna look the other way?
Not the photo. Not the
What's
photo.
wrong with y'all?
Can we bring the photo back? That was a good picture, Kev. That was
I love that.
a nice picture.
Mine just had me out here looking great out. That's all.
I'm telling y'all want to look good. Y'all better go to Maya.
We was fancy out here with the Gucci and everything. Label down.
Yo, this is hilarious. You can tell we haven't talked in a minute.
I know. I miss y'all faces.
Yes.
I know. We miss everybody.
Yes. Happy New Year. Happy 2021, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy 2021.
Here, guys.
Yeah, legit. Yo, happy.
We made it.
We made it.
Yeah. You see all the memes like we're like they would have returned 2021 like that 7-day return window. Like,
my 7-day free trial is
my 7-day free trial is up.
My cousin put a post and was like, "Happy December 38th," because that's what it feels like. Wow.
Oh.
Let's go, Maya. That's all Maya's work right there.
There we go.
Everybody got a side shot.
Let's keep it even. That's all.
Come on, Kevin. It's the other way. You gotta go the other way. Turn the other way.
Can't go the other direction.
Like this?
I was listening to her. She said to turn and do yourself.
No. Maya, I appreciate you.
Captain is out here giving us salt and pepper realness. Oh my gosh.
Why you rubbing your hands together? What you
What is
talking?
this Birdman hero that you
Put some respect on my name. Is you finished or are you done?
Hey, Pastor Nick, whatever you think about, just think about what would Jesus do, okay? That's all I ask.
I know what he would do. I'm asking him what to do.
Oh boy.
He's telling me right now. No, it's okay. Welcome, y'all. Y'all please do us a favor and share. Share as much as you can as we do Fresh Friday. We're going to joke a little bit, but we got some serious stuff to talk about. How was y'all New Year?
It was good.
It
was good.
It was weird, but it was good.
It was sad for me, but I made the best of it.
Well, I'm glad you made the best of it. And
I made the best of it. Yes, God is amazing. It was the first holiday season without my grandmother, so
yeah, that's always hard.
Yeah.
it was rough.
Always rough.
Yeah,
Always
rough.
rough. It stinks.
it was rough, but I mean, it was small. All of my mom's two brothers, and their kids, we spent time together, so we were all still together, like how we wanted it to be. So we made the best of it. We ate a lot of snacks. We were fat for the whole weekend. Yeah.
Especially, I know for me, I'll be honest. After a fast is over, I like go through this binge of eating. It's like a whole week of just everything in sight. You just consume.
Yes.
I got to break it down this week to get so I can be great.
But the funny part is, like, after our fast, now since we were remote, we were able to go right to our food,
Literally.
Yo, at midnight, I was like, I had a bowl. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I was like, watching service, it was like, Happy New Year, okay?
right. Had a bowl warmed up in the microwave.
Exactly.
I'm gonna count it down right when it's
like 10, grabbing my knife.
Right.
little place setting, get everything set up.
Y'all stupid.
Right. Do y'all have any like New Year's like food things like the black eyed peas and all that stuff like that? Y'all do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a tradition? Kevin, we know you must have been. What did you eat growing up, Kevin? Like you everything we talk about. I never had that before. I never had that. You just like
You never had black eyed peas before?
No.
Wait, what does Kevin sound like, Pastor Nick?
Huh?
Yeah,
What was his voice? What did he sound like?
Well, I missed that. What?
Daz, are you trying to get him started?
What'd you say, Dad? I didn't hear. What'd you say?
You didn't even understand it.
I said, what does Kevin sound like? What did he do?
I didn't have that.
He never said, I never had that. Is that he's like, I never had that. I was like,
I'm changing my name. Let me be great part 2.
Yeah.
So no, I've never had black eyed peas. Never. That's why I had to excuse myself from that comment, Ash.
It's not a problem. So my grandmother, my aunt, they always did the whole black eyed peas, the collard greens, all of that. And I never understood why. Like, I never knew why. I asked my mom. And I was like, why do we even do this on New Year's? And she's like, I don't know. Because she don't eat it. So she's like, I don't know. I never ate it. But that's what they do with tradition. One of my friends let me know that we're supposed to have like a swelling pot, like going into the new year, because your pot is supposed to overflow for the next year coming. So that's why you're supposed to make this big pot of beans, and like collard greens are for like good luck and like great finances and all types of things. Like each thing means something, and I never knew that. But I was like, well, if you need a swelling pot, does it necessarily need to be black eyed peas or greens? Could it be whatever you want your pot to swell with?
Right.
Yo, that's my New Year's tradition is always neck bones, like some pork, some ham hocks. Praise the Lord. We in slow cooker too. I mean slow cooker that you're on
All day.
Die.
So you don't eat black eyed peas, but you eat neck bones.
Why you sound surprised? Like
Because I just because it all goes hand in hand. Because it all goes hand in hand. Like they all go together. It's like.
But black eyed peas are nasty though.
They're really not nasty.
I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not like something I would go get. Like,
I mean, do you eat other beans?
All you need is a little hot sauce.
Exactly. It's not like you're eating chitlins.
I like black beans, but if you got to put a lot of sauce on something, that means it's not good. It's like putting ketchup on fries. Good fries don't need ketchup. You eat them on your own.
You're not seasoning your beans right. You got to season your beans right. Cook them in some coconut milk.
Coconut.
I tell you, yes. You boil them in coconut milk.
I got green beans.
Okay, all right. I'm by myself. That's fine.
Yeah. Everybody's looking at you like Jody and Des were like.
No, I mean Jamaican rice is cooked in coconut milk. So I never thought to cook black eyed peas in coconut milk. That's the idea. So
that's what I was thinking too.
I follow all of my beans in coconut milk.
Just make it out, eat it. Just make it.
That sounds good. So let's get into some serious topics, and we may talk trash later. So,
I had lamb chops for
Drink
the
of
first
water.
one. That was good.
oh, I made a whole. I seared this lamb, this piece of lamb with a bone in there, and cooked it medium, and
No
it was
pig's
nice.
feet, Pastor Nick.
huh?
No pig's feet.
Ew, oh no, I hate pig's feet.
That was my New Year's tradition with my grandma. She made pig feet every New Year.
I don't do no kind of feet.
Legit.
I'm not messing with you.
I never understood it though, because it's like it's not even any meat in there. It's just like cartilage and that. It's just not.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Are we getting into the real topics now? No.
Thank you for the name change.
No. He's not deserving of it. No. Put him back to Johnson.
Listen, Mr. Boston Market. Listen. I thought we were starting off with a new year.
Nope. We carrying it over.
The gang's all here, guys.
I honestly love
We
this.
carrying it over.
That's it. Keep going.
So all right. So let's get into some serious stuff. So we all know what happened on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Time out. Are we leading with the good news or with the bad news? Which one?
What good news?
Let's start with the bad and end with the good.
What good news?
Well, the good news about the senator in Georgia.
That part. Yeah, the senators in Georgia. Yeah, that worked out. You know what? Certain things that happen in this country, they don't really make me mad. But Wednesday, I was really, really upset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
The reason why I was honestly so upset was the fact that it happened. Number two, they let it happen because you saw those videos of the police letting them in.
Let them walk.
And the thing that really got me the most, if that was any of us in that, if it was a bunch of us in that crowd, it would not have gone down like that. That right there, and people say don't make stuff about race, but you can't help but to make stuff about race, knowing that they were tear gassing rubber bullets over a CVS. And people are like, well, they broke into a CVS. Well, breaking into the CVS is wrong and looting. Nobody's condoning looting. That's wrong.
But they looted the Capitol building.
You broke into a federal building.
And looted it.
Business is being conducted.
And looted it.
And looted and threatened the lives of Congress people.
Yeah.
And watch this. I mean, yeah, there are some people that, I think 4 people died from it. 1 lady was shot, but you know darn well, 5 people did. You know darn well, if it was a bunch of us up there storming that Capitol, it'd have been more than 4.
We wouldn't have made it.
We'd have never made inside of there.
Nope.
First of all, when you go and visit,
we wouldn't have made it to the barrier.
You can't even get on the lawn.
Yeah.
Like it's like a football field
Exactly.
length away. You can't even get up that close.
Right.
I'm like, how are y'all even on the grass, let alone climbing walls and banisters and all types of things? It was just embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I was like, other countries are looking at us like laughing. I was like, somebody is plotting on our invasion now. They're like, oh, if the regular people can just walk up in the Capitol building, they're like, oh, let me take notes. Like, it was embarrassing.
No, definitely.
Another upsetting thing for me, and I think it was Garth, I saw he put something up that said, y'all are mad because Trump lost. That's why y'all are protesting. Of course, in this country, we have the right to protest, but that's a much different protest than protesting to remain alive. And that is the reason why there were protests last summer. It's 2 very different things. We are not the same. Don't compare us. We're protesting 2 totally different things.
Right.
And the violence wasn't initially incited by the protesters last summer. If you meet people with contention and you meet people, they were ready. They were suited up. They had their gear. They have photos and videos of it. Like people that were literally just walking, maybe saying things, shouting things, of course, but they weren't putting their hands on people. They weren't throwing things back at them, but they're automatically getting arrested for walking up to a policeman.
That's it.
They ran into a whole building. And there were handicapped people in the building. How did the handicapped people get in the building? How?
Well, you saw they were helping people in and all that.
Yeah, the door was wide open.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
The glimmer of hope in all of that was that I saw Kamala praying in the corner. In one video, they released it today. Like,
Was that Kamala or another lady? I thought it was another lady.
Yeah, I saw another lady praying.
It looked like Kamala though. But
That was another lady. She had a red jacket on.
Yeah,
That was somebody else. That was
Okay,
no, Kamala wasn't there at the time.
Okay, it looked like her.
Yeah,
Okay,
she was
take
somewhere
that back. But
Yeah, I think she was in Delaware.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
that
honestly. Go ahead, sister.
I was just gonna say, I think that this, our president and our vice president, they're gonna need to like have like double the security, you know, because it's the way they move and it's real scary.
Yeah,
I'm all for a Zoom inauguration. Do it all on TV.
right in the White House.
Don't do it outside.
Right.
Because they're talking about going back down there on the 19th and the 20th, trying to do the same thing.
Really?
Yes.
I can believe it though.
Yeah.
That hatred is so strong, and it's been 4 years where these, this group of people have been given the leeway to do this. So now it's just a buildup where they just feel like they can just do it. Like it's like second nature to them. Like nothing's going to happen to them, so I'm going to do this. And like honestly, when you look at it, it was sad to see, like, when you think of things like in Washington, D.C., the Capitol, White House, you look at it like you hold it to such a high standard, especially like learning it in school and stuff. And then just see like Americans just like climbing walls, sitting on desks, putting your feet up on desks. It's just like, that's so disrespectful. It's just like, you're disrespecting our country. Like, you're disrespecting our history. You're disrespecting what we learned. Like, it's I can't even look at it because it looks like something out of a movie. You know, those movies when when the world starts acting up, you see people going crazy. It honestly looked like that when you look at pictures of people climbing the walls and stuff. It's crazy.
But you bring up history, but America has a very violent history. Let's not
Yes.
forget that.
From the beginning.
Especially against people of color and indigenous people.
Yes.
History is just super violent.
Absolutely.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to say, and there were some preachers that I respect the anointing that they have and the word that they have. But I saw some preachers supporting this stuff and then talking about it was Antifa, it was the left, it wasn't us, it wasn't the Patriots, it wasn't these people. I'm like, they're all on these sites talking about this stuff. Like, don't play. My two biggest things is the racial part. The other thing is the conflation of religion and nationalism. America is not the promised land of God. The Constitution is not the Bible. We are not God's chosen people above everybody else. And we feel like we need to defend Christianity more than depending on God to. And we feel like, well, our hope is in the political figure maintaining a certain lifestyle for us rather than God. And history shows whenever religion gets in bed with politics, it always turns bad. Always turns bad. And I'm not saying that we should just vote anybody in office. I believe, we should be voting Christians in. But what we're learning now is what type of Christian are we voting in?
Who are you telling?
Real quick, Kevin, peep your name.
Thank you.
Wow.
Let's put a pause in this spirit conversation.
It's the anointing.
Who changed it?
It's not me.
Wow.
It was God. He dropped it down.
Cool. Say less. Let's continue. Let's continue then.
Listen, it's all right, Kev. It's okay.
No. It's okay. We can continue. Let's continue.
Put your waves in the camera. Maybe that can help.
Wait, just put the waves in the camel.
Wave check.
Wow.
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 Because I did this. Because I did this. Is this what it comes? Okay. All right. Say less.
I wouldn't have Fr3sh Friday no other way.
Oh man.
That's Fr3sh Friday to start the year off.
Wait, I love this so much.
That's what I love it here.
I thought we was getting the playfulness out in the beginning. Like I'm not sure what happened. I don't know.
Still trying to be great.
All right.
Man, that's
Oh
fine.
my God.
For those of you just tuning in, there seems to be a little friction between Nick and the Kevin.
And the
Come on, broadcaster.
Yes, the Kevin.
Welcome now.
Oh my goodness.
We're live.
This just
This just in.
I was waiting for somebody to see it. I saw something. I changed it all back. Don't worry about it. So you're everything's back to normal. But I just this whole thing of, and you see the picture where they put the noose up in front of the Capitol.
Yeah.
Yes.
With signs of Jesus out there, like you literally, I mean, Jesus saves, and they're hanging up. They were hanging up political party flags, Confederate flags,
Mm-hmm.
and
the
like
Blue Lives Matter flags.
But wait a minute. My thing is, if Blue Lives Matter, why were they hurting police officers to get in there?
Right.
But they said if the police get in our way, we're going to do what we got to do.
So I saw this one interview with this one guy who was one of the people that breached the Capitol. And he said that this isn't even a Republican or Democrat argument anymore. This is about America. And they don't, i.e. whoever's in Capitol Hill, they don't care about Americans. And so I'm like, so what was the purpose? What was going to be the end goal of everyone breaching the Capitol? So like, say they couldn't control the mob, right? Mm-hmm. What was going to be the end result of that? What was the plan? Like you got in and they had a photo shoot. What was the actual plan?
The end result for some of them was to get some of the Congress people to get them to overturn the election.
Mm-hmm.
That's and see this is the thing that gets me. I posted this on Twitter today. I said, I need everybody to really think about this. They broke into the Capitol, put the lives of Congress people under threat, and they delayed sending the National Guard. Mm-hmm. I need us to really think about the severity of what happened. And the pettiness not to send in help because they're not doing what you want them to do.
Right.
Yes.
You're basically saying it's okay if they get harmed because they should have overturned this election under false pretenses.
They should have gave us what we wanted.
I need people to really think about the severity of that and think about this too. Somebody said this. Somebody said, what if black people did this? I'm like, we wouldn't do this because we know better.
We wouldn't have gotten that far.
You never saw the slaves rise up and run after the Capitol building and they're arguing over an election because they think their America's being taken away. I'm sorry, go ahead, Debbie.
I was gonna say that is the piece right there. Like Ash just said, they're fighting for America. So you have to think about what their America is and what their America has always been. And I think Maya mentioned earlier, the foundation of this country has always been dark. I don't know who Jody. The foundation of this country has always been dark. Like the literally, we haven't gotten anything in this country by honesty and truth. Everything has happened by blood, by doing exactly what is happening now. If I don't get my way, I'm gonna fight for it. Excuse me. So when it comes to President Trump, it's so interesting because people fight against him, but he is a true blue American. Like in his ideals, in his hatred, in his fighting, like in his narcissism, like everything about him is the foundation of this country. Like people can think about the forefathers of this country. They came over here stealing, killing, destroying people for land, for property, for for other human bodies. So it is the blueprint of this country. So why would we expect anything? Why would we expect the America that they're looking at and they're going for and it's changing right before their eyes? We have now a woman of color that's going to be the VP. Like, of course they're going to be upset because everything that they've been built on, all of their generations, all of their learned behavior is now changing. So of course they're going to fight for America. They're not, you know what I mean? So
now you know what's crazy though? is the amount of Black people that are in this movement too.
Yes.
Crazy. Well,
Yeah.
that's that Uncle Tom syndrome.
Some people, and this is to me. I was talking to a conservative about this. This is not a issue with people being a Republican or a conservative.
Right.
This is not the problem. You can be a Black. To me, you can be a Black conservative and not be a sellout. I'm fine with that because
Absolutely.
you know you have Black conservatives, white conservatives, Black liberals, white liberals, this liberal, Spanish, whatever. This is about the extremes of both parties. This is what I'm nervous about going in the future. Is the extremes of both parties, the extreme liberal and the extreme conservative. The fringes are really coming to the forefront, and I think it's dangerous when it's just our side and nobody cares about those who live in the center. Those of us that are centrist, like I'm a centrist, I'm liberal on some things, conservative on other things. It's hard for us to find a home now because both sides are going too far this way. When you look at it.
I think that it was always meant to be that way, right? So for instance, just how our voting system is set up, right? So if you register as an independent, like when I first was able to vote, which I was so excited for, I registered as an independent, right? However, as an independent, you can't vote in a primary election in your state, or at least not in New Jersey, okay? So it's like, because I don't claim a party, because I don't want to be classified, and I want to look at the actual issues of what's going on and where we need help at and what needs change and what needs to be fixed. And I don't want to be held, oh, if I'm a Republican, I'm just going to vote all red. Or if I'm a Democrat, I'm just going to vote all blue. It forces you now, the next go around of elections, for you to now change and pick a party just so you can have some type of say in what's going to happen going forward. So if that trickles further and further out, and we're going further and further up with this, we are where we are right now because that's how it was designed to be. You can only push people so far away from one another until a match gets lit, and now you're dealing with the crazies. And that's what we're dealing with right now. Like, Trump was the prime example of what happens when you light a match and people are like, oh yeah, I think just like that. Yep. And he sparked a fire in people that are solely about division and solely about themselves. So now that even when Mike Pence went into the Capitol building and he's like, well, the votes are the votes. This is what this is. Let's move forward. He even turned on his own vice president, because I think at that point, Mike Pence understands that this is our nation's process. And at the end of the day, I think that's really why he became a politician. They understand what the process is supposed to be. We have mail-in ballots every year. This isn't anything new. They just didn't get the outcome that they wanted. And that's okay. But instead, they're like, nope, let's blow up the Capitol building. And that's what happened. And now we're here. And it's scary.
I think the thing that I don't understand is that, you know, in some states that Biden won in, you know, you did have some Republican senators, you know, who won, you know, and obviously that vote was okay, you know, but when it comes to the presidential election and everything like that, you know, it was fraud and everything else. And, you know, I just don't understand. If he would have won, I guess, you know, it was fair. Like, I just don't understand.
That's true.
Understand.
Go ahead,
And then,
Mr.
Jody, you've been quiet. I know you got something on your mind. Just
Oh no. I'm just agreeing and listening. Nothing at the moment.
But not only that though, too, Pastor Nick, I'm sorry, you know, but even like with the call this week though, like, you know, with President Trump calling Georgia's secretary, I believe, you know, and just like, hey, can you find me like 11?
Secretary of State, yeah.
Yeah, can you find me 11,000 votes? Like what? Like who does that?
And he was specific with the number too.
I know.
That's kind of mean.
And the crazy thing is this, right? I was telling somebody this earlier, and they didn't respond back to me. I was trying to defend the point. Every time the judges ask the lawyers, show us proof that the election was stolen, like you're saying, the lawyers in court said we don't have proof.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the judge kept dismissing all their cases.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why don't all the people that are these supporters listen to what? Now, I'm expecting people to have common sense and
That's
listen,
a stretch. That's a stretch.
and listen to these lawyers that say we have no proof, but yet they say it was stolen, because to them they cannot believe that he lost because he kept hyping him up. I only win. I only win. I only win. And like you said with the Georgia thing, trying to get those. Like, to me, that's like, y'all don't see that as trying to cheat too. But of course, when you want something a certain way, you don't care how you get it.
Yep.
You don't care how you get it or why, as long as you get it. And you guys brought up the whole Pence thing. Here's the thing. If someone does something to everybody else, eventually it's going to be your turn.
Yeah.
We think people are going to treat us differently when they've proven that that's how they treat people.
Yep.
I do have a thought, and it stems from the conversation we were having earlier, Ashley, about people using the word to justify what's happening right now, and that really bothers me.
Ooh, I'm still on fire from that conversation. But go ahead.
Child.
Like, for people to take the word and make it and justify their own. I know it's been happening for years. But you know, it's just bad. This is very bad. Set me on fire a little bit. My capacity.
I cannot with y'all. We having a serious moment.
I know, right?
I'm looking. I'm like, wait, what are they laughing at? Oh,
Y'all are so petty.
Nah, but I don't know, man. It's just weird. And then have the nerve to call me lack of a Christian because I don't agree with what you're saying.
No, not lack of a Christian, a lukewarm Christian.
Exactly. Because I don't agree with what you're saying. I don't agree with the scriptures that how you're trying to line up context that has nothing to do with the argument that we're making.
Yeah.
The initial post.
Yes.
And you're going back and forth with me. And I'm just like, ma'am, just go be with God. You know, go be with God. That's my nice way of saying it.
But again, it's that conflation of, you know, American Christianity. We think American Christianity is all of Christianity,
right? Yeah.
You know, and we feel like if you don't do it our way, then you're really not a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime you have people that back in the day created a slave Bible to use Christianity to justify slavery, means they knew what they were doing.
Right.
Hello.
Like they know what they're doing now, because a lot of them feel like, look, as long as we get you to heaven, who cares how your life is on the earth as long as you go to heaven? And that's not Bible.
Right.
So they want your eternal soul in heaven, but they want you to live in hell while you're on earth. Something's wrong with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Talk to the people.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with that Christian, because that's not Bible.
I've literally seen I've seen people write something to that effect. Like, it's about getting souls to heaven, like blah, 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 blah. We're not of this world, like all these things. And it's like, wait, what are you trying to say, really?
Right.
And my thing is like this, they don't live by that credo though. You notice that when it comes to them, they don't live by that philosophy.
Well, that's what happened. Now all of these people are coming out like, we don't support Trump, we're resigning, like, because now you know what it feels like, because your lives were almost taken from you in that moment. So now you're like, oh crap, it's on my front door. You didn't care when we were telling you all these years, like, he's a danger. He's a danger.
Yeah.
He's a loose cannon. But I think for me, when it comes to people like that, what stands out to me, other than the fact that it's just ignorance, honestly, when being reminded of Christ, the one thing that I know Bishop has said 1,001 times, even Pastor Nick has said so many times, Christ is a gentleman. He's not someone that is going to push Christianity on you. It's not a forced thing. You get the call, the knock on the door happens, you either answer it or not. But he's not going to ridicule you. He's not going to condemn you. When you're ready to make that decision, you make that decision. And what frustrates me so much is that there are people that will say, oh, you voted for Biden and Harris. That's of the devil. And, you're going to be condemned. You need to repent for your sins. And then you have people that will say, well, how can you not show mercy to Trump because you're a Christian? You should still be praying for him. You should still grant him mercy. Everybody makes mistakes. His mistakes don't define him. They don't define his Christianity. You can't have it both ways. You can't pick and choose what aspects you want to be a Christian and what aspects you don't. It's the same way across the board. I can pray for somebody for God to change their heart, for God to work on them so they can change their actions. But that does not mean I have to agree with everything that they do. That doesn't make me less of a Christian to do that. And I think that's what bothers me so much. Everybody wants to preach, oh no, we need to get to heaven and we need to win souls and all of this. That's great. But if you're not doing that with a pure heart, then what are you really doing? At the end of the day, what's your end game? Like, that is frustrating.
Ooh. It's getting hot in here. Right. She gets the snap.
Bro. Listen. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean,
does Trump identify as a Christian?
I mean, again, but you remember, it depends on how you qualify a Christian.
Right.
For them. Now, I'm not, and notice some people don't qualify a Christian on biblical terms. You know, they're like for example, right? When people do Merry Xmas, oh, you're taking Christ out of Christmas. There's a war on Christmas, not realizing that in olden times they used that X for a Christian. It's not taking Christ out of it. The X is just an older term that's used in that context. And it's not taking Christ out. It's a symbol of it. But if you don't know that, you automatically assume that they're taking Christ out of Christmas. And if Starbucks puts Happy Holidays, all of a sudden there's a war on Christmas rather than Merry Christmas.
So what you think people's ignorant?
Yes.
Very.
Very ignorant.
They take gestures and use that as you're taking God out of something, not whether somebody loves somebody, which Jesus said is the real showing that you're a Christian. They want tokens of stuff rather than the real deal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But again, to me, America's never been a Christian nation.
You said that, I read your book.
Yeah.
Never.
Never. Yeah. I agree.
So what in your opinion, what is it?
It's a deist nation that's built. It's a deist nation. It's oligarchy. It's run by businesses and money. And deists are people that believe in God but don't necessarily believe in Jesus or are saved. A lot of the founding fathers were deists. They believed that there was a God. Doesn't necessarily mean that they were Christians per se. Some of them were, some of them weren't. So just because somebody puts something under God doesn't necessarily mean that it's really God. You got God on your money, but it's,
That's true. But that money is a God for some people. So yeah.
Wow.
Listen.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Charlie.
Mercy. Listen.
The nation needs prayer.
Yes.
The nation needs prayer. For
Yeah.
sure.
That's
We're
what it
only
comes
in the
down
first 8 days too, right?
Right.
I know. It's the crazy part.
That is the wild part, because we were all excited to get out of 2020, but like, Lord, what is 2021 having?
2021 said, you thought.
Right. It was finished.
It was like, right. 2021 was sitting right next to 2020, like, what's up?
Right. Waiting their turn.
Like, y'all friends?
It's like that meme. It's like, my sister don't fight, but I do. So that's kind of what it feels like.
It's like, listen, oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm telling you, we're going to be in for a few years of some political stuff. This ain't over.
Yeah.
No.
After January 20th, this is not over, y'all.
It started in 2016.
It actually started before that. It started in 2008.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say, 2008.
Yeah, 2008. When Obama got elected, you saw this other side come out.
That was my very first presidential election, y'all.
Mine too.
Mine too.
I got the second one. I ain't get the first one.
That's just
Diz.
This just And I told somebody posted this thing that said African proverb. We told you. I'm paraphrasing. We told y'all.
Yeah.
Like I told somebody, I was like, what did y'all think was going to happen? People were telling y'all this. If he lost, it was going to be a big problem.
Yeah, he's a threat.
Like most of us are not surprised that people are reacting like this. I think what we were surprised about was how they got into the Capitol. Because I've been to the Capitol, and it's hard to get in there. And it makes sense that they got in there because people let them in there.
Cahoots. It was a cahoot.
Yeah, because they had one on video today. They had one police officer said on camera in the Capitol, people were walking by him. He said, "You don't have to agree with them, but you have to respect it."
Yeah.
A law enforcement person was letting people walk right into the Capitol and said, "You don't have to agree with it, but you have to respect it."
And now allegedly all those people that they're now finding through FBI surveillance, people are allegedly losing their jobs. I'm like, that's cool. Are they getting arrested? Are they going to jail?
Right.
I
You
didn't
can get
see
fired
not
from a
one
job and get another
foot.
job.
I didn't see not a foot, not a knee on nobody's neck. I'm just saying.
Oh my.
I didn't see any handcuffs.
See anything.
Let alone a foot or a hand or something.
Anything.
I was like,
now the thing is, I'm sorry, go ahead, Ash.
I was just gonna say they had people throwing stuff at the cops. I was like, you could throw things at people and still be living and breathing?
I'm sorry, real quick. Captain, stop being petty, please.
What's happening?
I don't know what.
What happened?
In the comments.
Listen, Keith had it right, okay? Keith had it wrong the first time.
You're right. Say it again.
No, he had it wrong. He had it wrong. I corrected him. He said he got me. Leave it at that.
Cut it out.
Going back to the topic.
Yes.
The one thing I'm a little upset about too is what the media, just still calling them like rioters. No, they're not rioters. They're thugs.
Yeah.
Like they're thugs. They're American terrorists. That's what they are. Like use those same names, for the peaceful protesters that for the peaceful protesters on them as well. So that's where I'm at with it.
No, that's so true.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I like I've had people try to explain to me their reasoning, and I'm like, I understand the reasoning. I just don't agree with the reasoning. Like it's ridiculous at this point.
Yeah.
How when it's one of us, we're thugs, we're hoodlums. They say these people are patriots. It just
love them.
He said he loves them.
You're special. We love you. Thank you. But we need peace. What?
Yeah. And here's the thing. Yeah, and here's the thing. If they would have went there and just peacefully protested,
cool.
Fine. People have a right to do that. Every right to do that. But when it comes down to, again, this is the Capitol building. I was talking to somebody like, stop equating this to a CVS or a Target. That's a false equivalency. This is the Capitol building. Hello? The Capitol of the United States of America.
Yeah.
I think I saw a few people had like zip ties to tie people up. They found some like homemade bombs or stuff.
Yes.
In the area too.
There was definitely bombs that were found.
This is a different type of protest than
they had an agenda.
Then pick signs and picket fences.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Question.
What's up, Des?
If we were to go into like a full civil war, they wouldn't really have anyone to fight on the other side because the country has done a poor job in defending the other side of the proper side.
But you have to remember too, with Biden in office, he's got the whole military on his side. See, that's the difference. Is that they have a whole they may have organized militias and create an army of everything, but they don't have the same tanks and the same fighter jets and all that stuff that the American military has. So they can do a lot of damage on their own, like individually doing stuff around.
Yeah.
But it would take a lot for them to have to really take over everything. I mean, they could probably take over some state capitals and stuff like that. But once the army comes through there, it's going to be something. That's the difference between now and the Civil War back then. You know, it was. You know, it's you. You got some. Most people. Most. I don't know a human being living that has a tank in their backyard just chilling.
You surprised, you know. I mean, you never know.
Might,
right. The only way.
I'm talking about the amounts, though.
Yeah.
The people wouldn't fight though. Like we wouldn't fight.
Yeah, the people though, but see, that's where it would be just a mess because the government, the army would have to come in, their people be fighting, then they'll be getting on civilians, and civilians got to get guns, and it'd be a whole mess of stuff. So let me just say this so we can move on, have some fun, so we can get out of this topic. Here's what I was here's what I'll say. If some of them folks would have voted back in 2016. Like they voted this year, they voted in the last election. I told people, you may not like Hillary Clinton, you don't have to like her, but they were like, no, she'll be worse than Trump. What do we got to lose? Guess what?
Everything.
Guess what? I was like, look, you may not like her, she may not be your best. I said, look, usually I'm all for voting third party. Every other year I was, except 2016 and 2020, because most of us were like, you don't have to like her. And people are like, well, I'll just take our chances. Guess what your chances got you? I'm like, y'all see the bigger picture of it. You don't have to like her.
Yep.
She'll be worse than him. Do you think all this stuff will be going on right now? Like a bunch of Hillary Clinton supporters would be running against the Capitol if she lost?
No. First of all, most of them were women. We ain't got time for that.
I tell people all the time, elections have consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have consequences. And let's chill with this whole let's just try and see thing. Let's try and see thing ain't working.
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm done. I'm like, come on, y'all. But you know, Maya, you want to put the graphic up real
Eva,
quick?
we're gonna have fun now, Eva. I saw your comment.
I peeped that too.
We're serious tonight.
We were having fun earlier.
Oh,
this is
listen, be good.
So
This is a hard one.
So listen. For the rest of your life, you can only pick one.
Okay. We good.
All right.
We good.
Now, for the rest of your life, you can only pick one. And watch this, you can't watch any other one for the rest of your life. Only the one.
Got it.
Okay.
Only the one, and the rest of them you can never go back to.
Why can't we do the bundle deal, y'all? They got the bundle deal.
I was going to ask, can I bundle like two?
All right. Hold on. Peacock. Huh? Peacock is the new NBC one.
It's an NBC app.
Yeah.
Oh, that's out.
All right. Y'all want to do two or one? You want to do one is harder. You want to do two?
I mean, we can
do one. Do the one.
Three.
Do one.
Do one.
All right, let's do one.
Let's see where everybody's head is at.
I say do one.
All right, let's do one. Yeah. All right, Maya, which one would you do?
I need to see faces.
I think I would keep.
Take it down so we can look her in the face.
I need to see your face.
I would probably
make her uncomfortable to hear her.
What'd you say, Maya?
I said I would probably keep Hulu. Yeah.
Okay.
That's surprising.
Fiction.
That is.
That's surprising.
I was thinking something else. I
was thinking something else for her too.
Why does it?
I thought she'd pick Disney Plus.
Oh, you thought
I thought she was going to pick Disney Plus.
And I'm not really.
Disney Plus is not wet. Are you serious?
I go on Hulu every day.
Wow.
I might go on Disney Plus once a week.
So,
Disney Plus has Marvel, all of the Marvel movies.
It has all. I mean, I watch them, but I'm not watching them on repeat.
This is why we needed the thing down so we could look you in the face, Maya.
Really,
Maya? This was definitely an opportunity for you to.
I could get Marvel on Hulu.
We're in a new year, friends.
No, they
this is your chance.
They took the stuff off and put on Disney Plus, but she don't like Marvel movies. I'm not surprised she picked Hulu.
That's not quite true because I do like Marvel movies, just not.
So what's on Hulu that you would?
What's on Hulu?
Hulu, like I get to watch stuff from all. What do you say? I get to watch some channels. Handmaid's Tales. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there.
For the rest of your life, you want to watch Handmaid's Tales?
A wonderful show.
It's a good show.
It is a good show.
I can pick and choose from all the different things that I would want to watch.
Okay.
Well, you go ahead, Miss Hulu. Oh, you saw the neck roll? Did you see the neck roll?
I did.
Next.
So my turn.
Just let me be great, sure.
Go ahead, let's be great.
And your answer better be great.
I think so. It's the only answer, and that's Netflix.
Okay.
I can agree. I can get down with that.
Okay.
It's Netflix.
I can get down with that. Antoine.
It's hard. But I would have to probably Netflix. Yeah.
My man.
Netflix too.
My man.
I did say Netflix.
Johnson, don't disappoint my name. Go ahead.
So, because I am going to agree with Kevin on this one. I was
See, way to start the year off right.
So I will say Netflix. You know that Netflix always comes with some, and they have some good originals. And you know, I like watching the Spanish-speaking shows too on Netflix.
I wonder why.
Go ahead, Ash. You know, it's your turn.
I'm gonna be
Good job, Kevin.
I'm probably going to be the odd person out on this. But I would probably say CBS Access. And that's all. Listen to me. Listen to me. I need my live sports.
Hulu have live sports.
You can watch that on Hulu.
You can go to a game.
Amazon Prime.
Friend, there's so many options available.
Amazon Prime?
You said for the rest of your life you're watching that?
And Hulu have live sports.
Boo!
I didn't even know Hulu had live sports.
Yeah, you got to have it in there. You got to pay for it.
See, I have the bundle. That's why I said, can we do the bundle? Because I have Disney Plus, Hulu, and then I have my ESPN, so I'm all good. But like,
like Hulu has the bundle where you can get ESPN Plus and you can get CBS all in the Hulu on one.
Yeah,
that's why I picked Hulu.
So that's why you can pick Hulu because you can add stuff on.
Maya's like, that's why I picked. That's not why you picked Hulu.
That's right.
That's my real. That's my honest answer. That's the only reason why I need my live sports to be able to watch that on TV. Like I can't just live off of TV shows and movies.
But remember something. I didn't say you couldn't have cable. I just said streaming service.
No, keep her. All you had.
Boo!
I never said that. You could have cable.
I didn't know that we could have cable too.
I said it's a streaming service. You got to pick only one streaming service.
Escuchame.
Oh well, then no, yeah, it would be Netflix.
I was about to say, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it would be Netflix for me, most definitely.
Oh, don't.
No, Mama, no.
Sorry.
I guess we'll be graceful today. I guess.
Hey everybody, can we have a moment of prayer? We got somebody in the comments that's a Jets fan.
Oh, wow. Roman. Oh no.
Don't compromise Roman. Don't compromise
That
Roman.
is disrespectful.
What's your team?
We need a moment of prayer.
Kev, what's your team?
Yes, Rams. Okay.
You're a fan of the Rams? You're a fan of the Rams?
Yeah. I'm all LA.
That is so out the way.
2001 is when I started getting into sports.
My team is out the way too.
Around that era, they just won a Super Bowl, and Lakers, they won a championship. So I became a bandwagon.
Oh, so you're a bandwagoner. Okay. You're a bandwagoner. Okay. All right.
Since 2001, though.
You're a bandwagoner, basically. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So it's easy. Whatever team wins, that's my team.
Yes, Miss Roman.
Exactly. All the way in his corner.
Keep over there.
All the way in his corner.
I'm from North Jersey too. But I'm not a Giants fan.
You're a Giants fan, or you're a Giants fan?
If I had to pick, yes, I'd pick the Giants.
That makes sense.
My
Jody,
dad is a diehard Jets fan.
So I'm gonna pick Disney Plus because I love Disney movies and I like that there's variation on Disney Plus. It's not just all animation, it's live shows, it's old school, it's these new shows. So I love it.
Okay.
What she said.
You're from Patterson? I'm from Clifton. Oh my gosh, we neighbors. My childhood church is from Patterson.
All y'all family, come on, family.
My North Jersey accent just came out automatically. Oh my gosh!
At the family reunion.
Yeah.
Ashley's so cute.
Real quick, is there such thing as a Central Jersey?
No.
That's why I went to school at Rutgers. Yeah, that's Central.
Okay,
Middlesex.
Yeah, that's like
to
Woodbridge.
Trenton is Central Jersey.
Yeah, New Brunswick.
732.
There is no Central Jersey. It's either North Jersey, South Jersey, right, Kevin?
No,
No,
it's definitely Central.
I disagree.
There's no such thing.
People have been arguing that since I was a kid. Is there Central Jersey? And everybody lives in Central Jersey. Yes, there is. But everybody north and below are like, no. It's either North
I
Jersey
lived in
or
all
South
three
Jersey.
parts, and I can tell you
All my
there's a
Rutgers
difference.
people know that there is a Central Jersey.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Different in Central
No,
Jersey.
because if you look at the map is not even proportioned. Like, it's like
No,
South Jersey,
it's like
Central Jersey, and then it's like, North Jersey. Like,
Look,
it makes no sense.
if
South Jersey is under like what is it, Burlington?
Oh my God! If you divide Jersey, it's half. Like,
listen,
It's not.
Kevin's right, because everybody that grew up in South Jersey, to them, North Jersey starts at Trenton. Once you hit Trenton up,
Jersey
you're North Jersey. North Jersey.
But Trenton is Central Jersey, though.
Everything above Trenton is North Jersey.
Is
We're on a
north.
full timeout, not a half. We're on a full.
So
okay.
Princeton is North Jersey?
It's
Yes,
north.
North Jersey.
Wait.
Yeah,
But this
it's
is like
That's because y'all lived out here your whole life. You don't know.
I lived in all three parts.
Yeah, you don't know.
You
You
live-
haven't been outside.
Anything above Princeton and Trenton is North Jersey.
You only know South Jersey and Philly. You don't even know the rest of Jersey.
No,
Like,
I've been to North Jersey plenty of times. Okay.
have you lived there?
I was about to say that. Have you
Have you lived there?
My family's in Jersey City. My family is in Jersey City. Okay.
That was North Jersey.
You haven't lived
My
there
folks
though.
are in
Let me
Jersey
get back to
City.
South
But you're not from
That's
there.
in North Jersey.
There is no Central Jersey.
Yes, there
There
is.
is a Central Jersey.
Absolutely
The
is.
people,
I'm
only
tired
people
of
that,
busting bubble.
the only people that believe there's a Central Jersey are people that live in that part of the area.
Yeah.
Everybody else does not consider Central Jersey. It's an argument all the time. It's going to remain forever. North Jersey.
Yeah.
You are so passionate about this, and I'm just
And-
foolish.
Yeah.
Petty.
Oh my God.
Princeton is Central Jersey. Sunny Ray
It is.
Jones.
Nope.
Not
Jody
the full
said-
name, Jody.
Look, she was like,
That
look,
was North Jersey too.
All day, yeah.
all of
Absolutely.
you need to go to
Central Jersey.
Google.
So I would pick Netflix because I don't need this. I would go buy all the Marvel movies, buy all the Star Wars stuff.
I already have half of it. So.
Yeah, I
Dad,
would
did
buy
you
all.
go?
Huh?
I don't
No,
think
no,
Dad
no.
went.
No, that's
She
the Disney
said
Plus.
this.
Oh, I said ditto to Jody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would go Netflix because The Crown.
That's good.
Dude,
Is that
yo.
good for Netflix?
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm talking about all the other shows too that I watch
Yeah, a
on
lot of
Netflix.
stuff.
I mean, Cobra Kai, all the stuff on
Yeah,
Netflix.
man. I just finished season 3.
Yeah, man. I mean, all the stuff they got, the original content on Netflix. The rest of the
That's
stuff
true.
can't touch it.
They're up
They
in
I
can't.
do like their
They cannot touch-
documentaries.
Yeah, they can't touch the original content on Netflix. They just can't do it. Can't do it.
What's so funny? What are y'all doing?
I know. I'm looking at you and saying like
That's right. I do like their documentaries. I like their
What are we doing?
documentaries.
Because every time I hear people laugh, I gotta look at my name.
Me too. Like, all right, who's
Figured now.
What do you think you're in the corner? Miss Roman put you in the corner. The teacher put you in the corner. You're in the corner right now, okay?
You're just the oddball out altogether, Kev. Like your
Dang.
phone is the wrong way, just everything. Just
Come on,
so
it's
much.
2021. It's time to get out the green bubble. There we go. Come on, get in the blue bubble. Come on.
We got like 2
Well,
minutes left, and you come on.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it back. It's cool.
Yeah. No, it's fine. You be Android. It's okay. Listen, I got to tape something, and I need to get out of here. So, everybody good? Anything else to say? It's almost 8:00. Nothing.
Gotta move.
That's Nick said. We gotta go.
That's the whole right? The line's clear.
No, y'all can stay on. Me and Maya got to take something, so we can go home.
Mine's
Yes.
clear.
Yes. So I can get home. She can get home. All hearts and minds clear.
Lord bless us, Lord keep us, preserve our lives.
Usually we'll stay until 8:15, but yeah, we got to take something. So
Wait, real quick. Are we having a Zoom fresh meeting this month, Pastor Deacon?
Pastor
Antoine.
Deacon? What?
Pastor
Nah, come on, Pastor Deacon.
Yes, that's the plan. Yes.
Well, we gotta start talking about it soon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna say like we should probably advertise.
I meet with Kimmy and Bria to get the graphic out.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, because we're gonna move to doing, since the pandemic is lasting longer than and then this new strain's coming through.
Yeah.
Which they say is more contagious.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to shut down again, I think, because if it's coming through the way it's going to come, they say it's going to come through. It's going to be something. So y'all stay safe, social distance, do all that good stuff. I ain't been in the barbershop in over a month. That's why I'm looking kind of. But hey,
salt and pepper realness. Come on now.
Look, I'm good. So don't forget to join us on Sunday, 8:00 service, and y'all have a good night. See y'all later.
All right.
All right.
Love y'all.
Bye. Bye.